Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Lisa, in case you've never been here before, to Awakening 101. Anyway, I'm not just waking up, but I'm still like in my whole like waking up routine of the morning. And anyway, after I was like doing my meditating, because I started off with like a little bit of anxiety this morning, and just for like a few minutes, I just started like freaking out. And so just because I've been like working really hard on a few different projects in my life, and I can like just recently, things have like started to propel forward, and so I'm like, but it's still like I feel like I'm in limbo with everything in my life, like in every area of my life. And so I wanted to come on and like just like talk with you guys, because I know I can't be alone in this. And also, the What's Up reading I did yesterday was all about somebody being in limbo. So I know that whoever that message was for, because they're in limbo too, and I just wanted to like talk about faith. And I just heard faith without works is dead, which is like what does that mean? It means like you got to like put in action. Okay. It's like, you don't just like sit around and wait for the miracle. It's like, you got to like be active in your life. And so when I think about being active in my life, and it's like, I'm realizing that I've pretty much like done everything. There's like, what else can I do? I do the things I can do. Like, I'll just use like, my workout as one example, because that's one area in my life where I'm like really trying to focus on. It's like eating good and doing the workouts, and adding the weights, and like sticking to the plan that I've made a commitment to myself to do. So it's like those are the things that I can do. But then it's like, okay, it's like you don't just work out one day and like see instant results. It's like it happens gradually over time. So and it's about sticking with it and going with it. And even though you may not see the results that you want to see as quickly as you want to see, and so that's pretty much the attitude that I'm like having towards pretty much everything that I have my hands in right now. And because I'm working on a couple of different things, and I have goals, for myself. And faith. So, and the action. And it just makes me think about gratitude, pretty much like there isn't an area of my life right now that doesn't need like, it's just limbo. That's the only word I can explain. It's like limbo. Everything is in limbo. It's like there's and this, which lets me know that's like, this is not about things being on my time. I'm doing the work. I'm doing everything I need to do to be like put things in place. And I'm not like sitting around like waiting for fucking miracles to happen. I'm really putting in the work. And this is like mind, body, soul, this is, I don't like, I'm just going to use the workout. Like, I have throughout my life just have been so abusive to my body, and not just about the drugs and alcohol when I use, but it's like verbally, like what I say to myself, and just being like absolutely disgusted with myself. And so I've really been putting forth an effort over the last like couple of months to like really fall in love with me. Like, the physical me, you know, and not judge myself so harshly and give myself like forgiveness. It's been like a very emotional experience for me. So I don't know if anybody else can relate to that. I'm sure I'm not alone in that. But it's like when I catch myself saying what I want to say, or starting to like think something or get negative with myself, I have been able to stop it, okay, which has taken a lot of practice, because I just don't want to talk to myself like that anymore, you know, and understanding that it is going to be a process. Like, you know, there was a time in my life where, you know, it would just come easy, you know, I could like gain and lose 10 pounds like in within a whole week or within a few days, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, there was a time in my life where I could go and eat whatever the hell I wanted and it didn't fucking matter, you know, but those days are gone. Faith. Faith without works is dead. You know, faith in my discipline towards whatever it is I'm doing, that I'm going to see the results that I want because I'm putting in the effort. Okay. I'm not doing any of the things that I'm doing for anybody else. You know, right now, everything that I have going in my life is because, or everything that I'm working towards in my life has everything to do with everything that I want, everything that I felt I couldn't have before. I'm getting emotional talking about it because it's like, you know, over these last few years, I've just been able to become so much more aware of who I am and what like my role has been in my own life and in my own struggles and in my own heartaches and just with everything. And it's been so liberating. And that's really why I started this channel, you know, to like, because what I have found out is that for myself is that I already have like everything that I need inside of me. Like, it's just about allowing myself to get quiet enough to listen and to trust it. Okay. Trust in myself, because, you know, I've listened to so many other people that, and don't get me wrong, I have met a lot of people in my life who have shared a lot of wisdom with me, and I still learn from people. Okay. But ultimately, these people were just sharing their experience with me, you know, in certain matters. And then it's up to me what I do with that wisdom that I get from them, you know? So, like, I have a choice, you know? There's so much power in being able to choose. And, you know, my life has just changed significantly. And from anyone looking in, like right now, you probably wouldn't think that, you know, my life is so great, but as great as I feel it is anyway. But that would be because you're only seeing the outside, okay? Because I'm so much stronger, you know? And like this, it's like, I feel like I've always been strong, but it's a different kind of strong. It's like, it's not like I'm strong because I have to defend myself or I have to protect myself or because I'm like keeping people away, or it's like this strong, it's this strength It's courage to stand alone if that's what I have to do. To stand, if that's what it means to be true to who I am. And, you know, like, there's just so much freedom. There's just been so much freedom that has come to me because of that. And I always like pretty much thought like, yeah, I can like stand by myself. I don't need fucking anybody, you know? But you hear that? There's like so much attitude in that, you know? And it's like, it's the fear of the opinions of others for what I'm doing. I mean, I'm taking a huge gamble in my life right now, you know, with the things that I've done of like totally just like, I mean, if you knew me, last year or the year before, like I'm a completely different person. If you've ever known me before. And it's like I've been it's like trusting the process. That's what I'm trying to get out here. It's because I've always just had this knowing deep inside. And I know that there's others out there too that like have that deep knowing as well. You know, that, and if you don't, I want to encourage you to dig for it, you know, to dig for that, because I know that, you know, for me, like I had to stop using drugs and alcohol, you know, to really start getting clear and start connecting with God. I'm not saying that you have to do that. I'm just telling you this is how it worked for me. And you know, through that whole process, you know, and that gave me like my steps into like looking at myself. But you know, into to from that day, that was like, you know, when I first like put down drugs and alcohol, and I never thought that I could ever go a day without drinking or drugging. And because, you know, like I partied hard, you know, like there was no fucking stopping, you know, most of the time I got the shit for free. So I didn't have to fucking stop, you know? And, I didn't get sober because I wanted to get sober. I got sober because I was just trying to appease my mom, you know? I had like broken up with a boyfriend and I needed a place to live. And she was like, I can't do it again, Lisa. And I was like, can't do what? Like, what? You know? I was the last one to know that I was as bad as I was, you know? And, you know, I'm still sober today. Like, I've had children and I never expected to be a mother. Like, I didn't ever feel like I deserved to be a mother. And, listen, I'm the girl that's been the whore and been called the whore. I'm the black sheep. I'm the girl that's been called the slut and acted like the slut. I'm the drunk. I'm the addict. I'm the crazy girl. And I've fallen for all the manipulations, you know. I've been the manipulator. Most of my mistakes have been public for everyone to see. And I don't care. Because through all these things, like over the years, it's like all those things deepened and strengthened my connection with God. Somehow along the way, you know, there's this thing that's like take what you need and leave the rest, because like and it goes that way with tarot cards, you know, like I read tarot cards too, you know, and it's like it's like that. And that's what I've done along my journey. You know, there's some people, this woman, the wisest woman I've ever met, her name was Maureen, and you know, she's no longer here. She's like crossed over, but you know, I still hear her words inside me. You know, she'd say, Lisa, if one person says something to you, more than one person starts saying the same thing to you, well, then you might want to take a look at it. And that's what I go by. You know, this morning, I got a little bit frustrated, you know, because like I got on the scale and it only went down half a pound. And I was like, it like set me into like a world, you know? And so after I was like, you know, I had like a few minutes of just like, what the fuck am I doing? You know, like this is never going to work. And then I'm like, wait a second, Lisa, because I always like lose inches and then the weight. And let me tell you, and anyway, so then I was like, okay, once I took a couple of minutes, I had a couple of minutes where I like went a little, I started to whirl, but then I was like, you know, put the brakes on. I'm like, Lisa, go take the tape measure and see. And yeah, I've lost like 2 inches off my waist, and you know, like it's coming off. Okay, I'm using muscle. I'm building muscle. I'm using weight. So it's like, so you know, all that other stuff. But it's like, trust the process is basically what I want to talk about. Way back when I first stopped drinking and using drugs, I never expected. I couldn't even imagine not drinking and drugging. Like, and I'm almost 18 years sober now. I mean, holy shit. So that tells me how much I know. I don't know shit. All right? Trust the process. Just keep going. You know, if you're doing the work, trust that the work is going to pay off, because it is. It will. Not in your time, divine time, which makes me so mad I could spit some days. You know what I mean? But God could and would if he were sought. He just could. He just will. And we're all in this together. I love you. Have an awesome day. Push through the limbo. Like, just accept that it is what it is right now. Like, it's fucking limbo. All right? Just keep doing what, like, just keep doing everything, you know, just like, don't get frustrated that you're in limbo and you can't. I mean, you can if you want, but I'm not going down there, you know, because like I said, I don't like to tell people what to do, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep enjoying my day, going with the flow. I'm going to keep doing everything that's in front of me and trust in the process. And if I have a moment where I forget that, hopefully I'll remember sooner than later to look down at my feet. Why? Because when I look down at my feet, it reminds me where I am. And where am I? I'm right here. Okay? I'm right here talking to you. And this is the only moment that matters right now. And that's what I'll do whenever that other thing happens, is I'll realize, like, that's the only moment that matters. I'll take a deep breath and I'll do what's in front of me to do, because that's what I do. And that's literally what gets me through. That's my saving grace right there, man. I love you guys. And I want to hear, like, if you're going through limbo, let me know. Like, let me know I'm not alone. I know I'm not. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.